Hi, I'm Allison Stalcup-Beckwar, CEO of Lincoln Families. Welcome to our very first virtual route. In 1883, our founder, Rebecca McQuaid, opened her home in West Oakland for what would become the first racially integrated orphanage in Northern California. This began Lincoln Families' legacy of partnering with the community to help children grow and learn. Since then, we've evolved and adapted to the shifting needs of Bay Area families. This year, we celebrate our 138th anniversary as a community anchor, providing educational engagement, family strengthening, and mental health services to children in Alameda and Contra Costa counties. Our approach is simple: provide youth with support and services as early as possible and create a continuum of programs from infancy through their school years and beyond as they transition into adulthood. We know we cannot be successful unless we partner with families and communities and strengthen and engage those that know the youth best. This is how we disrupt the cycles of poverty and trauma and empower children and families to build strong futures. I do this work because I know we are all interdependent. The more we realize that we can't do this alone, the more we can accomplish together. This is our biggest fundraiser every year, and whether we do it virtually or in person, this is how we raise the funds to keep children and families connected, help them heal from racial trauma, and address significant inequities. Tonight we bring our donors, our supporters, and our partners all together in one place in support of youth and families in the East Bay.
Welcome to our first virtual route. I am Crystal Blanton, manager of Lincoln's Intensive Home-Based Services program in Contra Costa County. I do this work because I believe in the inherent worth of all people and the power of community in one's ability to thrive. Over the past year, for many of us, the place we call home has never been more important. Tonight, we look back at a year in which all of our lives changed and shine light on the work we do in our community. We celebrate the many stories of hope and resilience that have so inspired us. We highlight our staff who are on the front lines addressing the most crucial needs in the Bay Area. And we're also here tonight to celebrate the chef Nelson Herman, owner of Alamar Kitchen and Sobremesa, and the extraordinary support shown to his adopted hometown of Oakland during the pandemic. While COVID was devastating the restaurant industry, Chef Nelson was giving back, providing 300 meal kits a day as part of the Restaurant Workers Relief Program. Through another partnership, he donated 150 meal kits daily to the unhoused. Chef Nelson's heartwarming generosity truly demonstrates how we are stronger together. I am now joined by Dave DeFigueiredo, Chair of Lincoln's Board of Directors.
Thanks, Crystal. As we begin our time together, I think it's important to share why I'm here tonight and why I invest my dollars, time, wisdom with Lincoln. Disrupting the cycle of trauma and poverty is part of Lincoln's mission. Lincoln and its dedicated staff do just that. In the communities it supports, with the family it helps, and with the children it prepares for success. As we move through tonight's program, I think you will agree. We also want to begin tonight with a special thank you to our lead sponsor, De Silva Gates Construction, for its ongoing and continuing support for all the years we've held route. And a big thanks to all our sponsors for standing with us at this time. Town-level sponsors, neighborhood-level sponsors, and community-level sponsors. And a big thanks to Katie Dare and our sponsor, DoorDash. I am joined now by board member and event co-chair, Nate Moncrief.
Thanks, Dave. I share your passion for Lincoln, and what drives my commitment is Lincoln's unique tenure in the Bay Area. It's been fighting the good fight for almost 140 years, and it's an honor to be associated with a history like that. Another big part of what inspires me to support Lincoln is our incredible staff. We want to take this time to give special recognition to our 2020 All-Staff Award winners for their extraordinary commitment to our values and principles of care in the delivery of services to children and families. You can see their names right here on the screen. For 2021, however, instead of recognizing individuals, we want to recognize the entire Lincoln team because of the extraordinary achievements of each and every staff member. Despite unprecedented challenges, they still pulled together over the past year to put children and families first. Great job, all. Now, I'm joined by longtime donor, good pal, honorary event chair, and board member emeritus, Cynthia Prince.
Thanks, Nate. I too am grateful and inspired by the amazing Lincoln staff. I've supported Lincoln for years, and it's because they've given hope to the children and families in the community. They've allowed them to dream and see those dreams come true. I know it's a little corny, but Lincoln has done that work. The staff has done that work, and it is just truly amazing. So, let's get the evening started. So wherever you are, wherever you're watching tonight, thank you for joining us as we celebrate Lincoln's 138 years in the community. Cheers!
Cheers, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Again, I'm Allison Stalka-Beckwar, and my wonderful co-host tonight is Crystal Blanton. Hi, Crystal.
Hi, Allison. Welcome, everyone, to our first virtual Root event. This year is our 6th anniversary of Root and celebrates our work rooted in the community. Thank you so much. We really want to thank Marielle Cepeda, the development team, our honorary co-chairs, Diane Goodhue and Cynthia Prince, and our co-chairs, Dave DeFigurito and Nate Moncrief, for all of your hard work making tonight happen. We know it was an adjustment putting on a virtual event, but you really pulled through and worked so hard in putting tonight together. We also want to thank our wonderful staff, board members, sponsors, and all of you for being here tonight. This year, we put together an online version of the event program, so be sure to check it out at lincolnfamilies.org/Route21. We're going to have a wonderful time tonight, and we have amazing special guests from Alamar Kitchen and Sobre Mesa in Oakland.
That's right, Crystal. We'll have a phenomenal demonstration and chat with Chef later on, but first some housekeeping before we begin. We will have an auction later tonight with some amazing items and experiences. If everyone can check the auction log-on information on the screen, you can log on to that website and you can bid on any and all of the items. The auction does not end until tomorrow at 8 p.m., but please put your bid in tonight during the event. It's a really great way to offer support, so be sure to check into the website that's on the screen right now. And another way to be part of donations is with text to give. There's the number right there on the screen. We're going to have the text to give number up throughout the evening, and we're going to ask everyone to continue to donate. And we're going to have a thermometer later to show how far we've gotten through text to give. So please text to give at 243-725 and write Lincoln in the message box.
All right, everyone. If you're watching this from your phone or tablet, we recommend that you watch the program from the YouTube app so that you can use the chat function. You can also watch from your smart TV or other device, but you just won't be able to use the chat function. So can everyone please find the chat option right there at the bottom of your screen? Please hit that chat button right there and tell us what city you're representing. We have people from all over the country.
We sure do.
So please hit that chat button and make sure you send it to all when you post your city.
Yeah, I've already seen tonight Brooklyn, Oakland, Pittsburgh, Angels Camp. Let's see, what else? San Leandro. So keep it coming. Walnut Creek. I know my family's out there, so I should see Batavia, Illinois soon. Come on, stalk ups. Hercules, San Jose. Yes, this is just great to see all the cities coming in.
Fantastic.
Jamaica, that's our furthest. Jamaica,
wow.
Salt Lake City, that's fantastic.
Oh, so, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, we're so glad to have you all here. And wherever you're joining from, this is a special night tonight. And whether that's the East Bay or the East Coast, we are just so grateful for you tuning in. So even though we are not in the same room this year, we truly feel your support. So thank you so much. So a little bit about Lincoln. Lincoln Families provides a wide range of community and school-based services throughout the East Bay. And through Text to Give, you have lots of opportunities to support many of those programs. Your donation can go to our greater agency efforts, or it can go to a specific program that speaks to you. For instance, a gift of $5,000 provides rental assistance support to 5 families at risk of losing their homes. $2,500 provides school-based crisis assessment and safety screenings for high school students experiencing trauma. $1,000 provides developmentally appropriate toys for our early childhood playgroups. $500 provides art supplies for our paint art therapy program. $250 provides a library of culturally relevant books for one of our Freedom School scholars. And $100 provides gift cards for food and essential supplies for families connected to our family resource centers. I know that we've all had to navigate our own stressors during the pandemic. And at the same time, everyone who's tuning in tonight has been fortunate to have the resources we need to weather the storm. There are so many people in our community where that has not been the case. And Lincoln has stepped up to help this last year with your generous support. So if you have been wanting to further our impact, this is a great way to do it. So please donate whatever you can, and it does make a difference for so many of our families.
Thanks, Allison. Also, share your pics. Take a selfie tonight. Everyone, take a selfie. Or if you're with your family or your friends, take a selfie and email it to info@lincolnfamilies.org. Or post it on Facebook and Instagram and hashtag Route 21. So take those wonderful selfies and don't forget to hashtag them when you share.
All right, Crystal, here's our moment. Yeah, that one's not
love it.
Public.
Housekeeping was fun, but you know what's going to be more fun, Allison?
What, Crystal?
Making Mai Tais together.
Oh, yes.
So at this time, we are so excited to have Sade Stamps with us, mixologist extraordinaire from Sobre Mesa. Sade is here tonight to show us how to make her very special Mai Tais. Everyone should have received the recipes, so if you purchase the ingredients ahead of time, get ready to make your drinks with Sade. Are you ready? Let's go.
Hello, everyone. What an introduction, Crystal. I wish that I could get in on the selfie moment. I'm kind of sad that I missed that one. As Crystal said, I am joining you from Sobre Mesa. As I look around myself, I'm always reminded that Sober Mesa offers such a beautiful escape, especially with our last year that we all have had. We offer escapism, we offer warm vibes, amazing cocktails, and wonderful tapas too. The cocktail that I will be demonstrating for you today is one of our best sellers. Hands down. If you did gather the ingredients, I would love to hear some of the ingredients that you're using. For anyone who's just joining with whatever cocktail ingredients they have at home, I would love to hear which spirits you're using. So you can go ahead and mention those things in the chat. I am going to get started. Mai Tai time. So the Mai Tai is a cocktail that was born in Oakland. It offers a little bit of funny drama and debate between two of our founding fathers of the tiki world. Mai Tai itself in Tahitian basically translates to something being very good. Evidently, that was the response that a patron gave to Trader Vic, the creator of the Mai Tai. That was someone's response the first time he let someone taste it. So here we have the Mai Tai all of these years later. The Mai Tai is a post-prohibition cocktail, and it is very easily a modern classic of sorts as well. To make a Mai Tai, you do not need many ingredients. This is one of those cocktails that is perfect when you use minimal ingredients. Of course, maybe if you've had Mai Tais in the past, maybe you have had a little dark rum float on the top. Maybe you've had passion fruit juice, guava juice, strawberry, all of the things. But the original inception of the cocktail basically was born from a profile of cocktails that we call sours. Other cocktails that fall into that category are daiquiris, margaritas, sidecars, things like that. So it's also really easy to just swap out your spirit and get a really, really beautiful cocktail. So if you have everything in front of you, I'm just gonna go through the way that we make our Mai Tai at Sober Mesa. Sans all of the extra beautiful goodness. We do it scaled down, and the cocktail honestly speaks for itself. So I'm gonna get started here with my shaking tins. And we use a blend of rums here. So the Mai Tai originally was made from a blend of rums. And if you know anything about spirits in general, they're not made in endless abundance, you know? A lot of them are just made in big batches, and pretty much once that batch is done, we got to start aging another one. So the Mai Tai caused so much craze that all of this Jamaican rum literally just flew off the shelves. So in our Mai Tai, we use a blend of rum from Martinique, made from sugarcane rum, and we also use our proprietary blend of mosswood rum, which is going to be a blend of rums from Puerto Rico and Florida, with different variants of aging as well. So far, I have used 2 ounces of blended rum. Now I'm going to go for 3/4 of an ounce of lime juice. And fresh is best always when you're making cocktails. Also using orgeat. So you cannot make a Mai Tai without orgeat. If you do have, well, let me say this. Orgeat is basically an almond-based syrup that is used widely around the world in a lot of tiki cultures. It is made from almonds, sugar, water, and it is also made with some orange blossom water. So it gives you like a really beautiful syrup. It offers you a wonderful consistency, and one of our favorite words in the cocktail world is mouthfeel. It's going to give your cocktail a beautiful mouthfeel. You cannot you cannot substitute that whatsoever. And lastly, to make a Mai Tai, you need orange liqueur. So I'm going to be using a barrel-aged orange liqueur. And that's going to go right in there. And we're gonna shake. So the Mai Tai is one of those cocktails that we like to say to give it a soft shake. The Mai Tai should be on the sour side and it should be pretty boozy in flavor as well. So you don't want to shake it too much and water your cocktail down too much. You want all of those flavors to be perfectly incorporated without losing any of them. All righty, and I'm gonna top this off with some additional ice. And for this iteration, I'm going to use a cute pansy flower. I'm gonna put that on top. And I'm gonna use a pineapple frond as well. And I'm gonna put that down in there. And lastly, why not? I'm just gonna throw a lime wedge on there. And there you have it. The Mai Tai is such an easy, beautiful, refreshing cocktail. It offers you so much comfort. Daytime cocktail, nighttime cocktail, it doesn't matter. The Mai Tai is a no-fail refresher for the summer. For anyone who made the cocktail along with us, cheers. Ooh, so refreshing. That balance of rums definitely is on the forefront. And then right after that, we get a nice balance of tartness from the lime juice. And then it finishes off with that the mild flavor of orange. I would love to hear any questions that you all may have.
So, hi, it's Kirsten from Lincoln. I have a couple of questions, and if anybody has any, you could post them in the YouTube chat. But the first one I have for you is for the home bartender, Sade, what are the must-have bar tools they need to have?
Must-have bar tools. I love that. So tools, I would say you definitely need a muddler. For any of your muddling reasons, you definitely need a bar spoon, a jigger, and shaking tins that can come apart. Because as much as we love, the old school martini shaker, this one is going to offer you a lot more versatility, and you can get all of these things in a set now, so you can literally be your own mixologist at home so easily. Those are my top. That's what I would recommend.
Nice, absolutely. So we have time for one more question, so I'll ask you this one. So how important is the specific glassware when you're making a cocktail? Can we just use any glass?
I love to say at home, you should do what makes you feel good. I personally have a margarita mug that I use, like a handled coffee mug that I drink things from. Whatever feels good to you at home, like makes the most sense. But I think that you should have the basics. You should have a versatile wine glass. You should have a rocks glass, which is what this is called, which would also, you would serve a margarita and things like that from it. And really a coupe glass, something that you can serve, a martini or, a daiquiri, whatever you would like. Yeah, I would say you definitely need those three: wine, rocks, and coupe, for sure.
Awesome. That's great. I think that's all the time we have now, though. But you rocked it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I hope you all are enjoying your cocktails, whoever made them at home. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Cheers to you all.
Now that was fantastic. A big thanks to Sade and Sobre Mesa for your positive energy and kicking us off tonight.
Yes. Thank you so much, Sade. I am going to refrain from drinking this right now so I can keep my wits about me, but I'm looking forward to it in about an hour. I did want to just say that, share a little bit about what's been going on for Lincoln during the pandemic. It's been 15 months now, and right away, we knew that the children and family we serve already experiencing poverty and trauma would be hit the hardest by health, financial, and educational impacts from COVID. We responded as we always have over our 138-year history, quickly adapting so that our staff could provide mental health, educational, and family supports through video calls and telehealth. We've consistently responded with providing basic needs for families, assisting youth to work through barriers to engaging in online learning, and promoting interventions that support mental health and well-being. In this next video, staff will share their experiences working at home with children and families over the past year. Working at home, I've seen Lincoln staff rise above their own challenges, managing the stresses of the pandemic to provide supports for children and families at a time when they needed it most, keeping them connected, helping them heal from racial trauma, and building resources to address health, financial, and educational disparities.
Working at home, I've seen caregivers who are working multiple jobs while still trying to support their children in remote learning, as well as families who have lost their jobs, and yet through it all, they are finding resources they need to keep a roof over their heads and food on the table.
Working from home, I've been so excited to raise awareness about adverse childhood experiences and toxic stress through a generous grant from the Office of the California Surgeon General and the Department of Healthcare Services. In partnership with Lincoln, this grant allowed me to train mental health providers statewide in PAINT, psychotherapeutic art interventions for navigating trauma.
Working at home, I've seen Lincoln equity teams lead the way in both reflective processes and action steps to address racial disparities and inequalities and shift the ways that we show for each other and for the families we serve.
Working from home, I've seen our community partners show up for our families in so many different ways. Our community partners have provided food pantry access to our families, laptops and Chromebooks for children working from home, diapers, and all the other essential needs, including PPE that our families have requested and deserve. We also provided through our community partners Easter baskets, Thanksgiving food boxes, and even Christmas gifts through various partnerships that came together to provide the work for our community and our families. In this next video, my big sis, Letitia Henderson, will talk more about our community partners, and I will take you on a walking tour throughout West Oakland, block, to highlight some of our community partners and how we try to help transform our West Oakland community together.
It gives me a distinct honor and pleasure to welcome you to the Mandela Family Resource Center. Our doors have been closed as an agency. We've all been working from home, and we still maintain our commitment to serving the community through our community partners. So while we were all working remotely, we were working in conjunction with our Prescott Joseph Center food pantry, distributing diapers and food bags and hot meals to the community, to children and to babies. And we've also been working with our Mandela grocery food partners, providing meals and basic need PPE items for families as well. You will experience and you will see the spirit of West Oakland, our zone. You will meet our partners, hear some perspectives, and to guide you on our tour of the West Oakland community is my brother and partner in service, Chris Newen, who is our manager of the Mandela FRC.
Thanks, Sis Letitia. And again, my name is Chris Nguyen, and I'm the program manager of the Mandela Family Resource Center. Now, the Mandela Family Resource Center would not have happened without a bunch of community partners. And I want to name a couple right now, including Base Builders, First 5 Alameda County, and of course, Bridge Housing. Now come on in, I invite you to come take a look at our space as we see exactly where our families cultivate their goals here at the Mandela FRC. Now here in our center, we like to think of this space as a welcoming space for our families. Now as we talked about before, our families helped us inform how this space looks like. We have a working space where families and caregivers and young people can come in and work on their job development, surf the internet, print out important documents that they need. On the opposite end of the FRC, we also have what we consider a really diversified space where we hold exercise courses for our families and communities, for our senior citizens as well, where we have art workshops, and we have a 0 to 5 play group for our families with young people. And now that we've talked about the Mandela Family Resource Center, let's take a walk around all of West Oakland, especially some of our key community partners. Connecting our families to food resources is a foundational element of our program. Right now we're standing in front of the Mandela Grocery Co-op, a Black-owned grocery store right here on 7th Street. And we're really fortunate to partner with the Mandela Grocery Co-op for what is called the Basic Food Bag Program, which links our families right here in West Oakland with a basic food program every month to come down here to Mandela Groceries and pick up the items that they need. Our HOPE programs at Lincoln and our West Oakland Initiative program allows us to build cultivating relationships with our young people, to be able to give them the space to live, to learn, to grow, to expand. And it really gets highlighted over the summer with our Oakland Freedom School program, a summer literacy program focused on Afrocentric literacy and culture that has been a staple of Lincoln programming for many, many years now. During COVID, we've had a valuable partnership with the St. Vincent's Day Home, which I'm standing in front of right now. The St. Vincent's Day Home is the oldest and most proficient preschool, not only in all of Oakland, but in all of Northern California. They serve kiddos as young as 2 years old, all the way up to kindergarten. And in COVID, we've had the opportunity to partner with the St. Vincent's Day Home on parent learning workshops that allows parents to cultivate relationships with each other, to learn from each other, to really manifest a beautiful early childhood development learning environment right here in their household. Now, when we nurture a person's self-sufficiency and their own fulfillment, we know we nurture a community as well. Chef Nelson knows that all too well. And here at Lincoln, we've been so inspired by Chef Nelson's community work during COVID over the past year. Now, right now, we're standing in front of Chef Nelson's restaurant right here in Oakland called Alamar. Now, Chef Nelson is a world-famous chef, but he's rooted in Oakland in so many ways. And right now, we're about to check out the dish that reminds him the most of home, a dish that his mom made for him when he was a young, aspiring chef. So come on and join me. Let's check it out.
Hello, everyone. This is Chef Nelson Vermont. I'm here at Alomar Kitchen Bar, my first baby, my first restaurant here in Oakland, California. I'm so honored to be here, partnering up with Lincoln Families and DoorDash, and just being part of this. Like, just it's amazing what Lincoln Family does for families And for me personally, as being Dominican American, family is everything. So what they do is absolutely amazing. I stand by them. So definitely, support them. I'm here to support them too. Let's do this. But I'm really honored to be here to share a really cool recipe with you all. Something that is special to me. And when we talk about family, for me, especially thinking about my mom, my dad, grandma, especially too. So there's two beautiful women in my life who I always ask this recipe to cook for me when I always go visit mom and grandma. So this is a beautiful braised chicken dish with stewed beans, and special beans are pinto beans. It's stewed for 2.5 hours. There's a lot of delicious flavor. We got the dirty rice. We have the pickled cabbage, which is very important, and the sweet plantains. I can't be Dominican without sweet plantains. So if you want to show you the ingredients here that we're already using, so you should be, if you're already cooked with the ingredients, or are you cooking along with me, let's do this really great and have fun with this. These are sweet plantains. This is the way it looks outside of being cooked. These are everything to me. I love this with everything. Rice and beans, and stewed and braises, even with green plantains, like a mixture of yellow and green. It's absolutely fantastic. It's what really ties my culture to the African side of my culture and my roots. So it's really dear. I love it. Love it. It reminds me of home. But I'm going to get around to cooking. And also, if you guys have any questions about this, please let me know. You can ask. I'm here for you all, and to really show you what my story is. This really represents who I am and where I come from. So let's get started. So I have some pans here. I'm going to heat up my chicken. And this braised chicken, this is chicken thigh, organic, free range. It was braised for 2.5 hours. Some beautiful flavors, a lot of bitter orange. There's tomato paste, and a special ingredient called sofrito. So frito is really special. I'll show you how it looks. Here, it's a blend of cilantro, green bell peppers, a lot of garlic, olive oil, and red onion. It's what we use to cook basically everything when it comes to Dominican food. You can use it in rice and beans, in all the stews, in our veggie stew. It's absolutely fantastic. Even just as a condiment over some really delicious toast. We love it on everything. But what you're going to do, I'm going to heat up the chicken wings. If you see that there's not enough sauce and you want a little more saucy, you can always have water. This is my mom used to do all the time. Un poquito de agua. Just to make it more saucy. Just kind of stirring it in there. Getting some tongs. This dish is so wonderful. The meat is still braised for 2.5 hours, so tender and juicy. It breaks apart really easily. When you bite into it, it melts like butter. It's absolutely fantastic. You got the beautiful taste of bitter orange here, and then mixed with the plantains and the cabbage. It's going to take you to again. I'm just getting so many cool memories with my mom and grandma. So it's taking me back. Also on here, for our wonderful vegetarians, I have our veggie stew. And this veggie stew is special. It really put Alomar on the map. It was written about in the San Francisco Chronicle by our wonderful food critic, Soleil Ho. It was one of her favorite dishes, even though we're a seafood restaurant there, but the veggie stew was really stood out for her. And especially because it has potatoes, garnet yams, mushrooms, okra. There's a blend of the sling sofrito, tomato paste, the bitter orange, very similar to the chicken, which is all vegetarian. You see the beautiful heat, everything's heating up very nicely. We're basically just bringing this up to temperature. And we can't forget about the rice. I have the rice already hot, and this rice is absolutely delicious. And what makes it dirty is the spices. The blend of spices. Also, we use a little bit of soy sauce in here, tomato paste, give it more of the color. But the spices, paprika, cumin, coriander, achiote, which is the narrow seed, which is fantastic. Of course, sofrito. Can't have a Dominican dish without sofrito. And we just let it cook and just give it sazon. Sazon is love for us. So that's going to be fantastic. You see this heating up, beautiful sauce. I also have this surprise here, which I have in your kit. Bread and butter, the sweet plantain. This is, again, my all-time favorite. To this day, I still love it. Even though I can't find it as easily here in California as I can in New York. But when I do find it, I just go crazy. And I buy a lot, a couple pounds, and I serve it at my restaurant. So this is hot. And let me show you. Pickled cabbage is special. Pickled cabbage is one thing in this dish that really lightens up. You know, in my food, in a lot of Afro-Caribbean foods, it could be very heavy, very starchy. So you need something that's pickled that can sit lighten things up. Also, beans, stew for hours, nice and sticky and gorgeous. I'm going to add this in a small pot here. Really quickly. You can see I'm also cooking on like medium to low heat. You don't have, when you're reheating things in the kitchen, you don't have to cook with such high heat. You know, it's easy. It's easier to burn things that way. But you have to have patience. You have to give it the love that it needs. Bring it back to life, and it tastes absolutely delicious. So the beans are going to stir. So I see it bubbling. Gorgeous and hot. You can see I can multitask, right? A lot of you might not know if I'm not so familiar. I was on this season's Top Chef, season 18, which just got nominated for a Brit to be the best ensemble. You know, part of that, which I'm really honored. This group is really special. We really became a family when we all talk about family, and especially because, especially after the crazy year that we had, we all agreed to make this together and really unite as a and become a family. You know, that race. So it's really special. All this just family to me. Bringing you to yes, chef. All right, everyone. So this is nice and hot. My plantains are ready. Got my braised chicken. I have my veggie stew for my vegetarians. I have my beautiful dirty rice, looking absolutely gorgeous. And I have my stewed beans, which I'm so excited about. And now we're going to get ready to plate. So I hope you all are plating with me. And actually, too, when it comes to plating, so, you know, because I am a chef, we love to play things very fancy, right? But I think for this instance, and really talk about family, serving something family style is really key and important. Just get a beautiful table with all sorts of food together. It's so special. It brings the best memories for a lot of us, being around people, and just that memory of being a kid again. It's dear into my heart. And we're going to play this actually family song. I think it's going to have a lot more and it's going to bring me back. So let's do that. So I'm going to grab my rice first. So nice and hot.
Chef, it's Kirsten from Lincoln.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Doing great. Doing great. Just smelling these beautiful aromas.
I know. I'm getting lots of chats about people being very hungry. And so I just want to also give you a couple other comments that are coming in on Facebook, not Facebook, good Lord, YouTube. So I also want to just encourage you to be a little closer to the camera for sound reasons. That would be helpful. Somebody is very excited to see you at some point in their life, watch you make your incredible oxtail. So it sounds like we have an idea for a second segment of Root in the future. Somebody else wants the recipe actually for this dish, so maybe offline after Root, we can talk you into that. And somebody has a question about, I think this person is referring to plantains, but asking what's the best way to cook them as an alternative to tortillas? That makes sense, plantains?
Definitely. So there's two different types of plantains. There's a ripe plantain, which you see here, yellow and black. This in Spanish also is called plátano macho. This is sweeter because it's ripe, almost like a banana. It's very sweet. So you want to either roast it or you want to fry it to bring out all those beautiful sugars and to be just luscious and sweet, just tender. Again, it's bringing so many benefits back. There's also the green plantain. So the green plantain is fully green and it's more savory. And for that aspect, you can actually do two different things. You can boil it and mash it. It's a thing called mango, which is really delicious. I eat that for breakfast. But you can fry it too. When you fry it, it actually gets really crispy. Think almost like French fries. It's crispy on the outside, fluffy on the inside. It's absolutely delicious. We call it tostones. It's like double smash. You can actually get that at Alomar and never had before. But plantains, there's so many different variations. So the green, I will fry it or I will mash it like mashed potatoes. The other one, we deep fry it or roast it. So as you can see, we roasted this one.
That's helpful. So you roasted it for how long and at what heat?
So we roasted this at 350 degrees for about 12 minutes. So what I did is add a little olive oil, just kind of brush on top, and pop it in the oven. And you check it every 4 minutes or so. So you're checking it 3 times, and you kind of twirl it in the skillet, just to make sure everything around is getting amber.
That's awesome. Okay, let's see you plate this.
All right, let's do this. So I plated my chicken here. This bowl I have my veggie stew. Those ingredients. And one thing about okra can be seen as not as appealing. The best trick for okra I can give you is to either fry it or roast it really, really high heat first. You're trying to make sure that all the kind of slime, there's a sliminess to it, really comes inside of the okra instead of out. So really high heat and cook it really fast. Keep everything inside. So you don't get this kind of beans. So excited. And the crazy thing is, this dish, I actually made on Top Chef on the first episode, even though I use a different bird that I never used before called a chucker, which I have nightmares still. Even though they enjoy the dish, it's a really small game bird out of Oregon. Looks almost like a quail. They surprise us with these different birds that we just never knew about. But it was really cool to cook with. So I actually cooked the same kind of dish you have here today. With the bird too.
That's gorgeous. I saw that episode, and actually, I grew up eating chucker, so I was interested in.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Should have met before I went on the show. Can I ask you some questions? Oh, yeah. Look at this gorgeous sauce. This is sauce coming out of this chicken. So as you can see, I plated the chicken first, pour the sauce over. This is what I live for.
Beautiful.
Now the sweet plantains right over here. Gorgeous. You can see all the nice feast. And now the pickled cabbage. So this was pickled in a little bit of apple cider vinegar, a little bit of honey, jerk seasoning, salt and pepper, and some lime juice. So you're gonna get a lot of citrus, a little pungent from the vinegar, but also a little sweet from the honey. You don't want it to be too sweet. So I'm actually gonna put some on the chicken. Dish. This one veggie stew right in the middle. You can see chefs were like doctors now. We love to use tweezers on the plate. And we press on the side. And then just to kind of ever want to kind of be a little bit fancier and make things pop more, you can always grab a little bit of herbs, like cilantro is one of my favorites, or parsley. And you don't really need to chop it. If you want to just garnish it and make it look nice for the gram, you grab a little bit of the punch. Off. And you can see a difference. You can see all these colors. Just put this a little bit little bit on the beef stew. And look at that. That just changed everything.
That's absolutely gorgeous. My house is already starting to smell like your kitchen right now because I've got your food on the stovetop. So I am so excited. One last question before we let you go, because we know you actually need to be in the kitchen cooking. And thank you so much for being here with us. But somebody wants to know what wine you'd recommend with the meal, Chef.
So with this, we have tried a lot of wines for this. A really beautiful Zinfandel would actually go absolutely perfect with this dish. It's just something about the sin and the juiciness that it has, and all the beautiful berries, especially something from like 2015 to 2018, pairs really perfect. One of my favorite wines in California is Pachita wines. You guys haven't had that. There's Zinfandel and the Cabernet is absolutely delicious. I enjoy drinking that. I'm more of a cocktail guy, but when I really sit down for a beautiful glass of wine, I always go watch it. So definitely check them out. They have a beautiful taste, and they're actually donors.
Awesome. Thank you so much. You rock.
Thank you so much. It's been an absolute honor. Again, support Lincoln families. They do so much great work. It's all about community. It's all about bringing families together and keeping a little bit of comfort. We all went through some tough times in 2020. To bring a smile and a little bit of comfort to families. It's the most important thing. It really comes together. Embrace and support each other. Show love to each other. Support families, support the family, support us from Lights at Alamos. We'll love to feed you, give you some cocktails, the Mai Tais on the menu, and watch me on Top Chef sometime. Cheers.
Wow. Thank you so much, Chef. Such an honor for you to share your gifts with us. I am a big fan of Alamar already, and I can't wait to check out Sobremesa. Just watching you talk about food that reminds you of home makes me want to get out my mom's famous stroganoff steak sandwiches. And a shout out to my mom, Karen, who's watching with my dad, Jim. They did figure out YouTube chat after all. I'm so proud. What's the dish that reminds you most of home, Crystal? Crystal, are you muted?
I absolutely am. So thank you so much.
It was bound to happen.
Well, what I was saying was that, if I had to pick one dish of my mom's, it would be my mom's fried chicken. And especially if I could have a little bit of hot water cornbread with it and some banana pudding, then we are on.
All right, we're going to have to set up a date for that.
Yeah. Well, I loved hearing from Chef Nelson about his cooking. Obviously, I've got my apron on here, but also his incredible commitment to the community. And I also loved hearing Chris share about all of our work in West Oakland earlier. Lincoln provides so many programs in Alameda and Contra Costa counties, like my program, the Intensive Home-Based Services, which provides supports to youth in Contra Costa to keep them out of foster care system and at home together with families where they do best. In this next video, you'll learn more about Lincoln's other transformational programs in our communities.
When we think of ourselves as more alike than different, as part of the same community and the same future, that's when we come together to make lasting change.
Hi, I'm Allison Stalkup-Beckwar, and I'm the CEO and president of Lincoln. We all want the best for our children. We want them to be happy. We want them to succeed. Lincoln's been around a long time. We started as an orphanage and over the years have always been really responsive to the changing needs of the communities we serve. That evolution has really turned into providing school and community-based services to families so that they can be successful in their communities and stay together and thrive.
Together, we're disrupting cycles of poverty. Together, we're providing support for trauma.
In the cities that we are deeply rooted in, which include Oakland and Antioch and Pittsburgh and Hayward, we have seen gentrification having an incredibly challenging impact on the families who have been deeply rooted here.
Together, we envision a future where families are stable and strong, where kids can focus on their education, and the community is healthy.
Lincoln's education programs, our Freedom Schools in West Oakland initiative is having a deep impact on literacy rates and reading comprehension. Our family strengthening programs are helping families stay together and thrive, and our well-being programs are helping youth feel clear about what their path can be. We are moving the needle in altering the trajectory for our children and families.
Celebrate our passion, part of our future. Lincoln, strengthening families, changing lives.
I get so inspired every time I see this video. I am just so proud of our staff and the incredible work they are doing in our communities. And I have to say I'm partial to our narrator. Shout out to my daughter Finley for doing an awesome job. We really can't do this alone. This time has really taught us how important our community is, how important relationships are, and we could not do it without our families, our donors, our partners, our colleagues, our funders who show up every day. And this really speaks to what it takes to do this work and what we can do when we come together as a community.
It really does. Absolutely. There are so many people who help in so many ways. So keep doing the text to give and keep it coming. And I'm seeing right now that, wow, we're already up to $12,375. That's amazing.
Fantastic.
Thank you. And so don't forget to text to give by texting Lincoln to 243-725.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Everyone who texts to give tonight will be entered into a drawing to win a pair of Bose wireless noise canceling headphones. And Crystal, we're gonna show another video, and this one's really special, I think. It really resonates with me because it highlights our commitment to putting children and families first, and to hiring staff from the communities we serve, and to engaging community members as partners in supporting vibrant neighborhoods. Before we cue to the video though, I just wanna honor for a moment the courage it takes to share your story with a whole lot of strangers. Mind you, a whole lot of strangers on YouTube. So I wanna give a heartfelt thank you to Haggerty from our Mandela Family Resource Center for sharing hers with us.
I am a team member of the FRC as a resident service coordinator and family navigator. I wanted to be a service to other parents, bring resources, and that's what really brought me to this job. And now I'm here to do more work with Lincoln families. Holy Name course came along when we were engaged with the Circle Time, and basically it was a class that I thought was, about parenting. That class turned out to be more than just a parenting class. It allowed me to look inward, to look my history, and then to kind of plan for the future as well. For instance, we had one of the projects in the class was to make a family tree, and then that family tree kind of helped me to look like where I came from and why I'm here and where I'm heading. At the same time, Some terrible things happened in my birth country, Ethiopia. The Ethiopian government declared war on the state of Tigray, where I came from. I was devastated. For about 4 months. We were unable to hear any news or to communicate with our families. I was able to communicate that with the parents and Dr. Anita Smith, and they were very supportive, encouraged me to stay strong. I received the support that I needed. Being able to map out what they wanted to do, meeting the families where they are, and helping them where they need to go. Family needs resources, information, and support. I think every family knows what's best for their family, for them, and for their kids. But there's so much things going on. Families just need a little bit of support to do what they need to do and to walk the journeys that they need to walk. And seeing them achieve the smallest goals or the things that they set up for themselves and for their kids makes me happy, makes me inspired to continue work with families.
So I'm hearing from some people that there's a little bit of confusion on how to use text to give, and they are from people who are more tech savvy than me. So just a reminder, if you go into your messaging and you type in the number 243725, and then in the text message space, you write the word Lincoln, you will, a response is going to pop up with a link, and you're going to hit that link, and it's to give.onecause.com/Lincoln. So we're going to share that in the YouTube chat as well. But I just wanted to make sure, because the last thing we want to have is that there are people who want to donate and can't figure out how to do it. So just wanted to add that before we move on.
Thank you, Allison. And I also want to take a moment to say thank you so much, Haggerty, for sharing your story and for the amazing, important work that you do in West Oakland. And as I said earlier, this is work we can't do alone. We have to do it together. This is our biggest fundraiser of the year, so let's raise some funds to support programs like mine and like Haggerty's. Allison, how are we doing?
Well, okay, we're creeping up there. We are now at $14,775. That is amazing. And our stretch goal tonight is to raise $40,000, as you know. Our board chair, Dave DeFigurito, who has been involved at Lincoln for a very long time, has generously agreed to match all $500 gifts made tonight. So any gift you make of $500 will double to $1,000. So please, please, please find a way to donate whatever you can. We would be so appreciative. And we also really want to give folks those headphones. So I know for me, after a year of lots of quality time with my family, noise canceling headphones sound divine. So again, text to give at 243725 and type Lincoln, and you should get the link.
Fantastic.
I think it's creeping up.
Yeah, that's great. And I'm seeing over here some of them that are coming through, and how exciting.
Oh, I see Ivan, a wonderful longtime board member. Thank you, Ivan. And a little music.
Yeah, give us a little time to get those texts in.
Have you ever thought about being like a radio gig?
Maybe.
We're gonna give you some time to get those texts in with some disco dancing and some grooving. I don't know.
Yeah.
trying to work it here.
Smooth sounds to please your ears while you text and donate to the families that deserve that. Well, I actually want to give a couple of shout outs while we're listening to some music and giving people time. And wanting to say thank you to Nathan Moncrief for his $500 donation.
Thank you, Nate.
Yes, and to Ivan, yes, for $500. Thank you so much. Woo! And we have $1,000 from Wendell Mitchell. That's fantastic. Thank you.
Member Emeritus. Thank you. Yes.
Yes. And we have a $500 from Amber Marsh. Hi, Amber.
Thank you, Amber.
Fantastic. We also have from Janice Cruz, we have $250.
Thank you, Janice.
Thank you. We have about 100 from Brian and Anna and Carlo Lau. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. Wonderful team member at Lincoln.
Yes. We have an anonymous donation for 100. That's fantastic.
Thank you. We're up to 15,400.
I love it.
Oh, Rachel Ehlers, my bestie from the Westie. Thank you, Rachel.
Fantastic. Oh, and we got 500 from Jackie. Thank you, Jackie.
That is amazing.
Oh, it's fantastic. And another $100 anonymous. Thank you so much for your contribution.
I see Joelle Arguello up there, also Lincoln staff member. Thank you so much. Rita Cepeda, I'm going to guess might be related to our dear Marielle in development.
Thank you so much.
Okay. I just realized the music stopped. I was like, oh. Oh, so, I think we did amazing. I would just want to thank everyone for helping us get as far as we did tonight. If you can dig a little deeper right now and find a way to help us meet our goal, we would be so grateful.
Yes, thank you. And Allison, don't forget, we also have auction items to bid on.
That's right.
You can keep bidding all the way until tomorrow at 8 p.m. And if you take a look at the slide we're about to share here, we have 19 of Wine Spectator's top wines of 2019 and a $500 gift card to Atelier, one of 2 Bay Area Michelin 3-star restaurants. Chef Dominique Kren is the bomb, and thanks for donating this, Lincoln Board. So we also have a 1-week stay at the luxury Hilton Waikiki Beach Resort and a $500 gift card for airfare or buying souvenirs when you get there. I think so many people are ready to try traveling again. Don't you, Allison?
Oh my goodness, yes.
I know I do. So thanks for donating this, Diane and Neil Goodhue. And thanks to Dave De Silva, some lucky person will see an A's game on August 3rd with 5 friends in a luxury suite, fully stocked with food and beverages. Wow, that sounds fun. I would love that. And a Root fan favorite is back, a stay at the Legacy Resort at La Quinta Palm Springs, including a $500 gift card for airfare or fun. So thanks, Steve and Karen Rowland. And last but not least, we have a 7-day stay at the Cabo Villas Resort and Spa in Mexico, also including a $500 gift card. So many fun auction items, Allison.
Oh, absolutely. I'm tempted on quite a few of those. So please make sure to go into the auction and get a bid in. The auction ends tomorrow, June 3rd at 8 p.m. So don't miss out. And before we end, just a big thanks on behalf of all of the youth and families for your support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are truly so grateful. We really are in this together. And tonight I am not seeing a final total yet, but we have raised thousands of dollars together in support of families in the East Bay. And we, again, just could not do it without you. So I just want to thank you all who've made this night possible. A round of applause to all of you. And we're going to play some music to send you on your way, and have a wonderful evening.
Great job, everyone. Thank you. And we hope to see you all next year in person at Root. Signing off.
All right. Take care, everybody.
Thanks, Allison.
Thanks, Crystal. I don't know. Can I hug you? No, we got to work.
Thank you.